So this past weekend, I divulged in a little bit of the Modern Warfare 3 beta. I have actually been looking forward to this for, well, pretty much since they announced the MW2 maps. Before that, I thought, really? You're making MW3? That's stupid. But then they're like, hey, we're putting all of the MW2 maps. And I'm like, whoa, nostalgia driven. Yeah, sign me up. And so I was genuinely excited to play this beta. I even pre-ordered it, something that I don't do often. And I had fun. I had a lot of fun. It was way more fun than I thought I would have, honestly. And I'm bad. I'm really, really bad at Call of Duty. I don't know if I've ever been good at Call of Duty, but I'm especially really bad now because I just don't play it much anymore. And even going negative, I was having so much fun. And a part of it might be because I'm a primarily PC player now, and so I don't have the aim assist to help me. Not that it'd make me better, but I'm just not super good at mouse and keyboard. I just genuinely enjoy using mouse and keyboard in shooters. It's just fun. It made gaming more fun for me. But I'm bad at it. And so I'd get laser beamed a ton in the beta. And I'm like, I can't track these people. But you know, I got used to it. I had some good games, had some bad games. But overall, I had a lot of fun playing the beta. I don't have a whole lot to say about it, so I'm gonna make this video quick, potentially. And I do want to make another video when the game's officially out. And so I don't know how much I actually want to say here. I really don't have too many negatives to say. I know a lot of people do have negatives to say, but personally, it was all right. As a casual player, I didn't have a whole lot to complain about, honestly. And I really struggled saying the word complain there, didn't I? That was, ooh. One thing that annoyed me, which isn't about the game specifically and more so just the beta, you had to launch MW2 to play the beta. I don't know if it was that way on console, but it was that way on PC. Like, I had to open MW2 and then click on the MW3 beta, and then MW2 would close, and then the beta would launch, and it was like, why? This is annoying. Why didn't you just put the beta as a separate thing on Steam? I don't know. It was weird. It was a little thing to be annoyed about, but hey, it annoyed me. Now, my first game on it was High Rise, one of, if not my favorite MW2 map. It's just such a classic, fun map to play on, and it was great. I loved being on High Rise again so much. It was remade for another Call of Duty. I forget which one, but I really feel like I haven't played it since MW2, personally. There were still people sniping the spawn. There was still people trying to get on top of the building. And like, I just knew the map. It was so weird to play a new Call of Duty and just know immediately everything about the map. Maybe some minor things were different, but for the most part, the map really did feel the same. And I played poorly, really poorly. I went super negative. I don't even know if I recorded that game or if I have footage, and if I did, I wouldn't show you because you deserve better than that. And then my second game was on Estate. And that's where things got interesting, because I had this weird glitch where the environment would just like pop in and out and like disappear. Not like textures being like smooth and weird, but like buildings and barricades and cars would disappear. And I thought it was happening for everybody, but I found out that it was me, because I played Estate again. And it happened again. I was like, that's weird. I guess it's just a weird glitch on Estate. And then I get into another map. I forget what map it was, but it was a different map. I think it was Rust, honestly. And the pop-out thing was happening again. And I was like, oh, it's me. I should probably restart my game. And then I restarted the game, and it never happened again. I also changed some of my graphic settings a little bit in case that was the issue. But it never happened again for the rest of the beta. So it was just like a really weird thing that happened that one time. But the glitch would make the environment disappear, but I could still see the players. And so if there's a player that was supposed to be like behind cover or like running where I shouldn't be able to see him, I could just like see all the players on the map. It was almost felt like I was hacking. I mean, it didn't give me much of an advantage because I was still missing my shots. And it was hard because I never knew if they were behind cover or not. And I also never knew if I was behind cover. Sometimes I'd just be like shooting at something like a tree that was supposed to be in front of me, but I just couldn't see it. Or I'd be like running and then my character would just stop and I like supposedly ran into something that was there, but I didn't know. So I don't know. It was fun though. It was a interesting little thing that happened to me. I don't know if it happened to anyone else, but it was weird. I'm conflicted on how to feel about MW3 as a game, because there's one part of me is like, it's $70 for a game that feels a lot like MW2 with maps that are all remade from a game from many years ago. And could this not have just been DLC for MW2? Which, yeah, it definitely could have been. There's no reason this could have just been a DLC for MW2. But the gameplay, the gunplay does feel a little bit different. The mechanics do feel a little bit different. They did change some things, which you could argue that, well, they could have just changed all these things in MW2. And for that, maybe. I do think MW3 is technically Sledgehammer, while MW2 is Activision. So I'm sure that makes some sort of a difference. But it is weird playing a game that feels a lot like the last game that you just played. And you could argue that Call of Duty's always been that way, where you just keep playing Call of Duty. But there's always like something that feels different about the new Call of Duty, right? And this one just feels like really samey. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I'm bad with money. I'm going to spend $70 for it. I mean, I technically already did because I pre-ordered it, but it's the maps are all familiar. The guns feel good. The mechanics feel good. Running, sliding, mantling, it all feels really good. There's this new perk system, which is really interesting, where it's basically the same perk system, except instead of equipping perks, you equip boots and gloves and your vest and your headgear or whatever. And those different pieces of equipment have different attributes that are basically the same as perks. It's basically the same perks, but different. I don't really know why they changed it. If I had to guess, it's for Warzone. Because then I'm sure in like Warzone 3 or whatever, you'll be able to pick up gloves and boots and stuff and build your loadout that way, rather than having a loadout with perks. That's my only guess as to why they did it. Or they just want to do something different to charge you $70. I don't know. Some people are saying it's for the store so that you can like buy gloves and boots and stuff in the COD store, which is also probably likely. It's maybe all of the above. Who knows? I don't want to talk about the level up system really, because I didn't pay attention to how it worked. MW2 is weird, where you're like, you want to play that assault rifle? Well, you better use this fucking shotgun. It's like, that don't make no sense. I get you're trying to make me play with all these different guns, but they're different guns. Why do I have to use this random gun to unlock this totally different gun? That don't make any sense. I don't know if MW3 is like that or not. I don't know if you can really tell from the beta. From what I could tell, you just leveled up and then unlocked the guns normally. So yeah, I don't know. But you know, there's still like way too many attachments. I don't know what any of them do. They all have positive and negatives, and it's all overwhelming. I just equipped things that felt good, I guess. Oh, I guess when it comes to leveling up, I had one goal, which was to reach level 30, which was the max level in the beta. Because when you hit level 30, you unlock an exclusive skin, which is a crash test dummy. And I just really wanted that skin. And they made it really easy for you. Making it double XP all day Sunday, I think it was. And so like hitting 30 was super easy. But I got the skin, and that's all that matters. I didn't play around with weapons too much. The snipers, people seem to really like sniping in the beta. But all the snipers are ugly. I don't know why they all look so ugly. Snipers used to look so cool in Call of Duties, and these all look like garbage. Didn't use them though. I just wanted to focus on assault rifles and submachine guns, my two go-tos. Although I did play around with LMGs as well. And there's one specific LMG that when I unlocked it and got some attachment for it, it was incredible. I had so much fun using this SMG, or excuse me, LMG. It was called the I think I wrote it down. Pulemyot 762. Pulemyot 762. I don't know if I said that right, but that gun, really freaking fun. It's really like slow firing, but you can get attachments to where there's like a 0 recoil and you're just beaming people, and it's pretty powerful. It was really fun, especially on Rust. I should not have liked Rust as much as I did. It was like on Saturday or Sunday, they added Rust 24/7, which is what it sounds like. You just play on Rust. That's the only map. And they had like domination, hardpoint, kill confirmed. It was so much fun. Whenever I tried to play other stuff and be like, all right, let's go play domination on Favela or whatever, I just didn't have as much fun as Rust 24/7. They also had High Rise 24/7. I didn't play that at all because I was just so addicted to Rust 24/7. It's just chaos. It's chaos and it's fun. It's fun chaos. And using that LMG made it even more fun because it had so much ammo. And so I just held down the trigger and shot everything in my path. And it was a good time. Speaking of Rust, a lot of people complained about spawns in the game in general. A lot of people saying it's the worst spawns that Call of Duty has ever had. I don't know if that's true or not. I do know that when I was playing Rust, people on the voice chat were complaining about spawns, and I think that's wild to complain about spawns on Rust. It really makes no sense to me. You are playing on a super tiny map. There are 12 of us on this map. This game runs at 100 miles an hour. This game is so fast. People are running, jumping, sliding, dolphin diving everywhere. There's tack sprints. You can get to one side of Rust to the other in 2 seconds. And you're complaining about spawns? What do you want them? Do you want them to spawn in the sky and parachute down? What do you want? The spawns are bad. The spawns are so bad on Rust. Like, no shit. There's people everywhere. Where do you want to spawn? You just gotta spawn in, start shooting, and hope for the best. And I feel that way a little bit about the other maps. They are bigger, but this game is just so fast-paced, and people are everywhere all the time. And I don't know anything about game development, but I imagine it's pretty hard to make a spawn system that will always put you out of danger. Because there are people, they're constantly running, jumping around corners, and they're on every side of the map, and it's hard to spawn somewhere where there just happens to be nobody there. There are definitely some bullshit spawns where there was definitely a safer place you could have put me, but I think it's a beta. They'll tweak it and tune on it. Tune on it. What the fuck does that mean? They'll make some changes and it'll be better. You'll see. That's a Cody promise. You'll see. I don't know what that means, dude. Oh, another thing about spawning is that it seems like revenge spawning is 100% a thing in this game. I don't know how I feel about that. It's, it feels like a lot of the time when you die, you will be put in a position where you can then get revenge for your death. I'm not saying there's a 100% guarantee you'll succeed, but you are put sometimes behind the person that killed you or relatively near the person that killed you so that you can go get revenge. And, it's fine. It sucks when it happens to me because I'll kill someone and then all of a sudden they're behind me and I die. But, it's hit or miss. It's fine. And then just really quick, talk about the thing that every single person who makes Call of Duty content talks about, the skill-based matchmaking. It's fine. I think it's fine. Could it be tuned down a little bit? Sure. But I think people complain too much. And a lot of people who say stuff like I do will get attacked for saying that we're just bad players. And yes, that's true. But also, it's different. It's not like the older Call of Duties, and it will never be like the older Call of Duties. People are so angry that they're not going 50-2 or 95-10, you know, like they want to have these crazy, insane games. But Call of Duty is just such a fast-paced game these days, and there's so many different guns and equipment and kill streaks, and it's a die and respawn type game. That's just what it is. Like, surviving, regardless of your skill level, it's hard. Surviving for a long period of time is hard because there's just so much bullshit in the game, and I don't think it's as much to do about skill-based matchmaking as it does the game itself. It's faster, there's more stuff, the maps are a little more complicated, there's revenge spawning. I get it. You want to just run around and shoot everything in sight and feel like you're not even trying, okay? You don't have to go against these sweaty people, but why? Why are you even playing? Just go set up a private game against bots. You'll have the time of your life. I think it's a weird thing to complain about. Yeah, skill-based matchmaking still isn't perfect, and it has been pretty bad in the past, but it's getting better, and I think complaining about it is totally pointless. There's really no point in complaining about it, because if there was an issue with it, it'd be gone by now. There is some sort of data that Activision has that says that skill-based matchmaking is a good thing to have, and it keeps people playing, and they make lots of money from it. If it wasn't making them money and people were leaving Call of Duty, they'd take it out of the game, because all they fucking care about is money. They're not trying to make the best Call of Duty game ever. They don't give a shit. They just want to make money. So, you know, I just save your breath. There's so much negativity in the Call of Duty community. It's like, I don't really watch Call of Duty videos anymore because it's just people ranting and yelling about things. I think the only person that I still really watch is like Noisy Butters, because she's an absolute delight. As far as Call of Duty creators are concerned, absolutely wonderful, delightful person. So yeah, I know I didn't say a whole lot about the game. This isn't a review. I just played it. I wanted to talk about it. It was really fun playing these old maps again. The fun that I had is almost entirely nostalgia driven. I think most of the hype around this game is nostalgia driven. You know, I'm excited for it still, though. One thing that bothered me, another thing that bothered me is, like, what happened to, like, gun names? Why are they so different now? Like, the UMP and ACR are in this freaking game for MW2. They're almost the same gun, but they're called something stupid. Like, I don't know why the names are different. Just, like, make them, I don't know if it's a legal thing. I don't know what the gun is actually called in real life. But I don't care. I just want all of the gun names to be the same. I feel like we keep getting new Call of Duties with like the same guns, but they have different names. And I'm not going to remember, like this, the LMG that I wrote down, the Palamyot 762. I'm not going to remember that. I'm not going to keep that information in my brain. Just call them the UMP and ACR. If you can legally do that, just do that. When the Intervention finally came to MW2, they didn't call it the Intervention. It was called some other bullshit that I don't remember the name. I also didn't like it. It felt different. It didn't have the same like iconic noise. They should have done a better job with it. The campaign is probably going to be fun. It's always cinematic, over the top. Story's not always all that good, but I know it's going to be a really good looking campaign with lots of action. And so that's cool, I guess. Also, zombies. I'm looking forward to it. It doesn't look like what I want out of new zombies experience, but I'm sure I'll have fun with it. It might be fun to play with friends. I don't have those, but if I did, I'm sure it would be fun to play with them. I'm sorry I'm not really good at reviewing games or just speaking my mind. I didn't really write a script for this. I just turned on the camera and started I took a couple notes, but it's really minimal. Also, I didn't record a whole lot of footage for this, so whatever footage you're watching of the MW3 beta, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not good, but you don't come here for that. You come here. Nobody comes here, actually. Nobody comes here. I don't get any views. Yeah, I'm rambling again. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm even saying anymore. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really excited for the MW3 beta. I'm definitely going to make more videos about it when it's officially out. I'm not much of a negative person when it comes to gaming. I just want to have a good time. So if you want to watch me rage in MW3, it's probably not going to happen too often. I do my raging off camera. When I'm on camera, I got to stay happy. Off camera, I'm like, oh, fucking bullshit. This fucking stupid ass spawn. This is fucking dumb. This is a bullshit. Oh, you're just going to quick scope me? You dumb idiot. All these loot. I'm gonna Hey, where's your mom tonight? Yeah, you wouldn't know because she's at my house right now. And I'm cut that out. Cut that out. If you watch this, why? No, seriously, if you watch this, thank you so much. I appreciate it. To the moon and back. Let me know if you're excited for MW3 or not. Or if you played the beta. Did you have fun? Did you not have fun? What'd you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. I don't think I've ever done that. Like and subscribe. Don't do that. Don't subscribe. I don't deserve it. Save it. Save your subscription. Your totally free, not money-based subscription. Use it somewhere else. What is this, fucking Twitch? I've been thinking about getting into streaming lately, so maybe when MW3 is out, I'll start streaming again. It's been a long time since I used to stream all the time, and I haven't done it in a really long time, and I just said the word time a bunch. But it's time to end this video. Bye. You see that ragdoll fly? That corpse went flying.